the banning, it's probably best to not mention people's second ban choice because that might play a part in strategy later on, I guess.
The only time I mention the second one is if both players have the same first ban.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So in this case, where neither had a conflict, yeah, I just mentioned their first ban pick. And here we go. Zla versus Brock, also known as Nin. Zla on the left, Brock on the right. Predictions for this one, Null? What do you think?
I'm going to go with Zla.
Zla? You're taking Zla, really?
Yeah, man, he's improved so much since last cup, in the events recently. I'm just a really big fan.
I think if you poll most people, I think most people will be putting Nin as their favorite. But so far, Zla very, very strong in this first map, which is your map, looking very, very confident. And I mean, Zla has always had, you know, a good deal of speed. I think his consistency has always let him down to some extent. I'm not sure how much that's going to play into effect in these maps where, you know, on a lot of them you can't die or you can recover from your mistakes. But so far, looking very strong is Zla.
0 mistakes so far.
Well, I was going to say, as you say that, but actually, no, he was doing the room the intended way. I thought he fell from the top. No, he did make it. Zla heading towards the final sequence room. Nin just approaching it now. So unless we see a big mistake, and I mean, you can make a big mistake here. If you miss a button, if you miss one of the sequences, if you fall from the flag here, you can throw away to your opponent. So Zla only has to make the upwards fall here. And looking no problem, does get the bounce, and Zla is going to be taking the first round here.
Oh, do you see Nin doing the sidewalk button strat and the glass windows bit?
I did not see it. What was that?
He was doing it where he jumps on top of the button and over the mover.
Do you think that's an adaptation that he's learned from watching the stream for the past 2 hours, or is that something?
No, it seemed like he'd done it before, to me at least. So interesting.
Very, very interesting. First round going to Zla, 1-0. It is a first to 9. This is the second time we'll be playing this map, and then we'll be rotating over to the next map. Again, you're going to have Zla on your left and Nin on the right. Let's see if Nin makes any adjustments here after that first run. I mean, I don't think Nin made too many mistakes, right? I think
mistake from Nin. Huge mistake.
Huge mistake, missing the dodge, and I don't like the dodge that he does on top of the box. I don't know why anyone goes for that dodge, actually. A lot of people overcomplicate that first room, and we saw Nin doing that, and ultimately it cost him, 5 seconds of time loss?
Easily.
This is entering the code. You can't see it on your screen, but in first person, you basically get a keypad on your screen that you have to enter the code being the map name of this one, 4838281. And here we go, Zla making the jump around, which is the probably the toughest part of the map, going into the sequence room. Here's Nin on the jump around, taking it a slower way, but a safer way, I would say, as well, ensuring that he makes it.
Zla looks solid.
Zla looks very solid on this map. I wonder if this is just a really good map for him, or if we're going to see this performance across all of the maps from Zla.
I feel like you can get into a really nice groove on this map when you learned it, in my opinion.
Definitely. I mean, like I said, the difference, like, you know, top players will be doing like low 120s here. I mean, I've even heard Dylan break under 120s, maybe not in an event setting, but in just rushing. We're seeing Zla cap at 128.69 here, so super quick time. But when you compare that with what's possible here, there's still a lot possible indeed.
Yeah.
So that's 2-0. We're going to be heading into the second map, which is going to be Castrum. I'm going to vote it in for these guys so they know what's next. Castrum is going to be the second map. We're going to see this map played twice as well. So far from this match, Zla very, very, I guess, dominating. And I mean, you know, if Zla does end up winning this match, he's going to be playing against Skarn in the next round. That's going to be a tough match. And if Zla can keep up this performance, this level of performance, it's going to be you know, he could definitely threaten some of the later boys in this competition.
Zla's got the speed to win it, I guess.
Zla's got a lot of speed in his back pocket, but yeah, that consistency, I mean, so far we haven't seen his nerves, we haven't seen anything from Zla. Everything's just been straight through, easy, Can he hold it together?
Yeah, we will see, I guess.
Indeed, Zla, as we see, characteristically taking a early start or early lead here at the start.
There's not much between them, though, Jesus.
There is definitely not much between them, but now Nin making a mistake there. I think that was the similar mistake that what Mads made in his match.
Yeah.
Zla missing a dodge there and missing the shortcut dodge as well, which is going to give Nin a little bit of time to catch up. If Zla makes another mistake like that, then Nin is struggling. Nin is struggling indeed. Again, never mind. I thought Zla missed the shot there, would have given Nin a bit of time to catch up, but no, he didn't miss the shot.
Basically a cap for Zla, I think.
Basically, you can miss these shots. I've found it doesn't register all the time, or it's maybe my bad aim. You can miss the flag, but I think we'll be surprised to see that. Nice. And no, Zla with a 1-13-12. Nice cap there from Zla, taking a 3-0 lead in this match.
Wow, I'm impressed by the consistency from Zla. Jesus.
Indeed. This is uncharacteristic, I would say, for Zla.
True. Yeah.
Like, no offense to the guy. The guy is quick. The guy has a lot of skill in BT. But yeah, playing in 1v1 events, we're going to say it time and time again. But it's different gravy, mate. It's different gravy. You're literally, you have 50, 60, 70 people watching you on Twitch, watching your every move. You're expected to play kind of flawlessly. It's just a different environment. The nerves are something else.
I can't stress that enough, to be honest. The nerves, the people watching you, big crowds.
Indeed. And here we are in round 4, both players starting off. So far, Zla taking about a 0.2 of a second lead here early on. I think this is going to be a common theme throughout all of these rounds, Null, is that we're going to see Zla taking, that lead early on due to his speed. But it's
Nin's
not
still fast, though.
He's fast, but Zla missed his poles. Nin's going to take the lead here.
Wow.
Zla missed the poles, and now it's going to be a rushing match here for Zla. Nin making it through, going up the jumps. Zla's about 2.5 seconds behind here, so Nin has the advantage. Can he hold that 2.5 second advantage while Zla is chasing down his tail? That is going to be the question here.
He is closing that gap so quickly.
He is. But Nin, this is enough of a gap. This is, I think, enough of a gap. Oh, man, it's going to be so tight, dude.
One mistake.
It doesn't even need to be a mistake. It just needs to be optimal dodging, optimal shots here, optimal jumps, and maybe even the flag grab, dude. Even the flag grab could matter here. Nin is going to be picking up the flag, and he does get his first round.
Wow.
Congrats to Nin getting his first round, getting on the board, and maybe that's the motivation that Nin needed here, man. Maybe that's what Nin needed to get himself back into this match, getting a map win here on Castrum, and moving on to Innovateng with the score line being 3-2-1 in favor of Zla Bakica. Map number 3 here. I'm very curious to see how this one goes. This is the map that by far has the most deviation between routes, between players. I'm curious to see Zla's route. I'm curious to see Nin's route. I'm curious if Zla's route is safe. I'm sure Nin's route is going to be safe, but 1v1 pressure on this map, making, if you're going for a super optimal run, oh man, it's very risky. It's very risky. As we see Zla getting first blood there, which is going to be an indicator for both players as to, I guess, whether you're ahead or behind, but it's early on in a map, so really it's not going to give you too much intel. But, from the 1v1s or the scrims that I've played against some players, it's always a battle to the death to see who will get first blood.
That gap is opening.
It's opening, but Zla doesn't know that. And Zla, I'm curious. I really want to see what run he takes here. Goes for the double jump around the pole. Nin not going for the double jump around the pole. Goes for what I think is the quicker strat. Zla doing climbing to the third pole. The safer option. Nin taking the exact same route as well.
Wow.
Interesting. Zla going for the half pipe strat here. And Nin's going for a different strat here.
Over the wall.
Yeah, over the wall. Okay, over the wall, which is opening the door for Zla. Zla making a mistake on the glass pane there, but he is going to pick up first. And as long as he doesn't mess up this shot, which you can easily do, which he doesn't.
We saw Cyborg doing earlier.
Exactly, and Zla is going to take the first round here. 120.8, not a super convincing time from Zla. I think we're going to be seeing later on today your kind of 116s, 115s in cup runs, maybe even lower.
Really not sure about Nin's end there, to be honest. It was awful.
Yeah.
Probably the slowest route you could have done.
That dodge over the wall, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, if you're going to just dodge over the wall, you may as well just land on the half pipe, do what Zla did, and it's going to be much quicker. Zla, they kept on pace with each other mostly through the first half, but yeah, Zla definitely you could see was more well versed in that in the last, I guess, 30 seconds of the map. As we move into the next round, sorry, I forgot to update the score. It is 5-1 in favor of Zla Bakica. Nin really needs to start picking up some games here, mate. It really needs to happen. Can he pull one back here? He managed to pull one back on Castrum. Can he pull one back on Innovateng? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out.
Zla nearly dodged off the platform then, Jesus.
Nearly didn't. Yeah, I found a hacks that if you fall off this platform, you can actually get back on it on this lift thing. You can only get back on in a specific area, but it is doable. Right? Sorry?
The ramped part, yeah.
The ramp, and you can, like, if you jump, you just glitch through the mover. It's kind of strange, but it works, and we take those. Zla about a second ahead here. Both players having the same route here, and unfortunately for Nin is that Zla's route here is very safe. Super safe here. Nothing to worry about at all. And Nin's is a little bit slower, and he actually lands on the wall this time, which is nice. But still, it's just way too slow. You know, Zla's already in the flag. Zla falls! He's got enough HP. He does recover. He does get that recovery. And wow, that fall could cost him later on in the tournament. 118, besting his last time by 2 seconds, even with that mistake at the end.
Strong effort from Nin, though. Very
strong effort. Very strong. I think I gave Zla too many points, right? It should be 5-1, I think. Right? Because, yeah, we've played 3 rounds, and now we're moving into the 4th map, and Nin is 1-1. Yeah. So it's 5-1. 5-1, chat. And the next map is going to be Azure Palace V1. Last map of the rotation. And Zla, if he can win both of these rounds, will be heading back into 4-8, 3-8, 2-8-1 as the match pointer. Nin really needs to pull it out here. If you're a fan of Nin, we need to see some cheering in the chat. We need to see some fucking hype because Nin needs all of your energy. It's getting more and more dire for him at this point.
This is 100% a Zla map as well.
It is. This is a very Russia map, and Nin is not known for being a Russia. Nin is known for being a stable capper, and while we have seen those stable caps, we've also seen stable caps from Zla. And I'm expecting Zla to honestly pull out like 108 here, and I don't think Nin can even do 108 even on a private server by himself without any pressure.
Dude, look at Zla go. He's
flying, dude. He is flying. Nin not far behind. I mean, he's one platform sequence behind.
Yeah.
But it's a short map. And unless, I mean, for me, the riskiest part of the whole map is the lift jumps coming up where Zla's entering now. You can jump too early. You can head bump. But no worries at all from Zla. No worries from Nin either. Nin on a nice run, it must be said. But unfortunately, again, it's just that speed that's going to let him down here. You just can't compete. Oh, Zla missing the bottom. Nin's going to get a... No, Nin misses the bottom as well. Zla missing the crusher. Dude. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's going to be so close. It's going to come down to the fucking end. Zla against Nin. Zla is going to have the lead here. He's going for the double jump and the dodge. It's going to be one dodge in it, but it is going to be Zla. Wow, that was much closer than we expected there, Noah, I think.
Way closer than I thought it was going to be.
Holy shit.
That one mistake.
That one mistake literally opened the door for Nin there. If he didn't go for this 3rd shot, if he went for the 4th shot instead, I mean...
Yeah, that would have probably been a Nin map, to be honest.
Yeah, because he wasted about a second and a half there, and there was... Less than a second and a half there. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy moly. 6-1 for Zla. One more time on Azure Palace. Would put him to match point if he can win this.
I'd have gone for that top dodge, to be honest. Being behind and knowing that Zla picked up the flag first.
Yeah, and knowing Zla's quicker than you in general. You know, like in this map, typically, like you're more likely to see a death than you are someone just losing time, I would say.
Yep.
So if you haven't seen a death message and your name's Nin and you're playing against Zla, you need to know, hey, I'm probably behind here. I'm probably behind. I know we always say Nin's motto is just consistency, get that cap in. But you know, this is where speed comes in. You just need those tenths of a second. You need those little shortcuts. You see Zla with all of his little micro optimizations throughout the whole map is literally half a second, no, probably a second and a half now ahead of Nin, similar to what we saw last time around. And yeah, I don't think we're going to see Zla making another mistake like that.
I mean, the 3 cap setup for cup events, that's like 100% a Nin game because he gets those 3 caps to be 100% consistent.
Yep.
In this sort of format, I think this favors rushes dramatically. Getting that one run in, they're used to that sort of pressure.
Depends what type of rusher. Yeah, some rushers are just like they can't pull out runs normally. They can only just do quick runs. Some are just able to shit out like insane runs every single time, back to back to back. And those are the scary players. Those are the scary ones.
For sure.
And there we go. Zla taking Azure Palace. It is 7-1 in favor of Zla. We're going to be moving back to the start of the rotation now. 2-4-8, 3-8, 2-8, 1. If Zla can win both of these rounds, which he looked commanding on earlier, he will take this match, being 7-1 up here. Ace is not having fun with me today. Bang, we're both in. Easy. And here we go, back to your map, Null. And last time we saw this, Zla took both of these rounds. Nin has only managed to get a cap in so far on Castrum. Can he change something here, Null? Is there something that Nin can change in his approach, in anything he does? Or is this just GG?
Some dodge hacks would probably win the game pretty easily.
Dodge hacks? Yeah. I don't know. I don't even feel like dodge hacks is enough here. Honestly, look how far Zla is ahead already. He's already hitting the button. It's 1, 2, 3, almost 4 second lead. And we're 30 seconds into that. What's happening with Zla? Zla's wrong pin entered. He's forgotten his pin code. He's me drunk at the ATM at 3 a.m. trying to pull out extra money for drinks on a Saturday night. Nin has taken the lead here. Can he hold this together, dude? Dude, Zla's going to be fucking on his fucking dick here, mate. Zla is going to be so quick. He's already ahead.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's already ahead. Look at the speed. What do you do?
He just turned it on. Like it was nothing.
Yeah. And it's all going to come down to this last sequence, but it's very, very hard to gain time here. I would say it's almost impossible to gain time here unless you miss a button, unless the opponent misses the up 4 at the end. But yeah, Zla, just that micro places of speed. Just catch up, take the lead, gain the lead, and Zla's going to be on the up 4 here as long as he doesn't head bump or miss the flag. No, he doesn't. And that's...
Jesus. Zla's fast, man.
Yeah. What a recovery. What a recovery. 8-1 is the score, Null. It is match point for Zla as we play this map one more time. Most probably for the last time in this match. And all pressure is going to be on Zla.
How you feeling if you're Skarn watching this, CB?
Honestly, I saw a message from Skarn earlier in the chat, even though if I'm not reading all the chat messages now, I am reading all the chat messages, like always. Never miss one. I did see one about 10 minutes ago from Skarn, and he said that if Zla continues to play like this, at this level, that he's probably beating Skarn. That's words from Skarn himself.
Without a doubt.
I mean, all I know is it's going to be a close match, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Zla still has to close this in style, still has to put on a show one last time. against
It's
Nin.
already ahead, man. Already ahead.
It's just, yeah, the pace difference. And you know, like if you put me against Dylan on here, you'll see something similar. Like I think I'm doing pretty much the optimal run, like, you know, no shortcuts or something that I don't know about. It's just like getting those right dodges in, knowing when to dodge, knowing when to jump, getting an early jump. Let's see Zla at the keypad here. This time, no problem. Didn't forget the pin. Yeah, he remembered his pin this time. Nin a little bit slower on it. Yeah, like I'm saying, there's just little optimizations you can make on every run, and this is what rushers go for every day when they're on world record hunts. You know, they're looking to save tenths, even half of tenths of seconds to gain an edge over their opponents. Oh, Zla making a mistake there. Is he still going to be able to jump over? No!
That's cooked.
That's cucked.
Wow, man.
Nin is in the lead. But can he hold it together? Nin cucks himself. Oh, dude, Nin. Mr. Consistency, man. Not like this. We've seen this so many times so far today already. One player gifting the match to the other, and the other just dropping the ball. Dropping the ball when it counts. Yeah.
No joke. No joke.
Unlucky there for Nin. Pulling that one out could have been the start of essentially a reverse sweep. But here's Zla. Last button. Last fall. To take the match. Doesn't miss the flag. And Zla is going to be taking this one. GG's to Zla. GG's to Nin. 9-1 is the final score here. Congratulations to Zla. Commiserations to Nin. I don't know what to say, you know, just outclassed.